Hey guys, welcome to the video. So the Grasp of Avarice Solo Flawless Clear. It's not the hardest dungeon that you'll do, and as long as you take it slow and steady, you will get this clear. Biggest advice I can give during your time watching this is just take it easy. Survivability is key. This is no means a guide. I could have optimized a ton of this stuff myself and made it better. I was actually watching a podcast while I was doing this, so I was just taking it slow. But if anything in this video can help you, aid you in your clear, then great. I have sped up bits of the video because, let's be honest, you don't want to see the boring, monotonous, repetitive parts. Just wanted to put that out there. Also, I apologise in advance for any crashes in the audio. At the time of recording this, Bungie still haven't fixed the audio bug that's going on, so again, apologise in advance. So, basically bring your best ad killing loadout for certain parts. I'll cover other bits and pieces you'll need for certain encounters as we go. I did this clear on a warlock. I mean, a well and spamming grenades is still broken to the max, so if you're a warlock main, cool. If there's any interest in the video, anybody wants to see it done on a titan or a hunter, then I'll also do that. Drop in the comments if anybody would like to see that. So pushing forward, I was using a Witherhoard, a Callous Minotaur and the Cataclysmic because I wanted to take advantage of the bait and switch. In hindsight, rockets would probably have been a better play. You'll see why in the first encounter. So if you like using the linear, stick with it because it still puts out a decent amount of damage, but I think a well-rolled rocket launcher is probably the better play here. Even though I stated that this isn't a speed run, for just this little bit here, the quickest way to do this would be just to jump straight to the back left room, go above, activate the button, and then come out. Warlocks and Titans can comfortably get there. Hunters may struggle, you might want to grab your stompies. But if you want to be a bit safe and not sure about the jumps, just go in each room, activate the buttons, and just work your way there. So in here, just go around, activate all of the switches that you need to, grab the falling cannon, and this room's done. There's not much to say about this area. It's a boring, monotonous area, but just one of those steps that you've got to do. I'm sure that if you're going for the solo flawless, you've been through this at least once with a fire team. If not, don't get caught out by the trap on the stairs. And now we're at the first proper encounter, Ravenous Ogre. Our loadout check here, same as haven't changed it. With a Horde, Callous Minotaur, Cataclysmic. I would recommend not using a linear fusion rifle here. I was getting flinched so bad it'd throw most of my shots off. In hindsight, I wish I'd have gone with a clown cartridge demo rocket launcher because we're spamming grenades anyway. So if I could go back and do it again, I would go with a rocket launcher instead. Going into these rooms, survivability is always paramount. So just do everything you can to stay alive. Take it easy, take it slow. The engrams will lie on the floor for a few seconds before they explode. You need 25 to activate DPS. Now, I've done this a sort of slow and methodical way just to maintain the solo flawless run. The most efficient way would be to run back out there, grab the cannon, and you could shoot the other side, have it pop, go into that room, clear that one out, and then dunk them all. I've just done it room at a time, so I've grabbed however many, dunked them, gone to the other side, grabbed that. It does mean that you're going to have to keep killing the fallen guy that drops in for the cannon. But even though it's slower, it's going to take you longer, it's safer, it's a safer option. As you enter these rooms, don't be frightened to pop your well as soon as you go in. Collecting 10 engrams will refresh your super, so you can go in there, clear it out, and then grab your super straight away. If you're going to be using a roaming super, pick up 9, wait till your super runs out before you pick up the 10th, otherwise it will not refresh the super. The Thrall will also continually spawn. Make sure you deal with them, because if you don't keep an eye on them, they will just rush you, and that can be the difference between living or dying. And now for DPS, I personally, for a solo clear, like to come up here. I feel it gives you a little bit more cover, a little bit more safety. You'll see now from my amazing shooting, by the way, that I missed nearly all my shots. So this is why I wish I'd have gone with the rocket launcher instead, so that you could just, especially with the clown cartridge, fire 2, throw a grenade, fire a rocket, throw a grenade, fire a rocket. As long as demolitionist is up, then you know you can't go wrong. So I've sped up the other DPS phases here. I didn't want you to have to watch me going into the room and doing the same thing over and over again. Just literally rinse and repeat what we did. Have something like a heavy ammo finder on if you can, especially if you're going to use rockets. But grenades, as long as you've got your grenade, you know you're going to be fine spamming grenades anyway with the Phoenix. But you start with the Starfire Protocol chest piece. Now we are on to the Sparrow Race portion of the clear. I feel this is going to be the part that make or breaks your run. I feel as long as you're taking it slow and steady and being somewhat meticulous, you'll be fine. But the only advice I can give here is just to full send it. Just go as fast as you can. I don't hit every button. You don't need to hit every button. So I only hit the ones that are sort of like that aren't going out my way. Like there was one on the right there that you'd have to sort of leave your Sparrow to get. Just ignore that. As long as you're going through these as well, they should always trigger over. I think on C, as we get into C here, you'll see that it looks like it doesn't proc over for me, but it does. So I just think that's maybe a visual bug from time to time. Just keep that in mind as we're going through. But yeah, the only option I can give you is just like the ones I hit. Like as long as you hit everything I hit, you'll have enough time to make it. But just full send it. Ideally, if you've got the Sparrow from the Scourge of the Past, that'll help because it's a bit quicker. But if not, and if you prefer to grab extra buttons, just grab them. Just do what you can to get through this. So here we enter the most boring part of the run, the Fallen Shield. Few loadout changes here. I wanted to throw on a sword. I tried the new Warlock one that's got destabilizing rounds on. Didn't leave that on. I eventually changed onto the Hero of Ages, which comes with Unrelenting and Chain Reaction. This is going to have a ton of ads that you just want to clear out quick. Swords are a great play here. Alternatives to those, if you don't have those, would be the Heart Shadow or the Falling Guillotine. Just chuck one of those on, rinse and repeat all the ads, job done. I've cut out a big chunk of this area, so but you're definitely not going to want to watch me go from area to area, clearing out and then sending a bomb towards a thing. So I've just left the first one on, and then literally just rinse and repeat, go around. It could take you a while doing this because you've got to literally they could spawn the servitor on the other side of the map away from you. Just go steady. Like again, prioritize survivability and staying alive, and you'll get through this. I'm going to give you an absolute masterclass here of what not to do while doing this. So preoccupied with everything else, I didn't realise that falling off the map. So don't do that. This is where I changed onto the Hero of Ages sword, by the way. This sword drops from, in this dungeon, I believe it drops from this encounter. I'll throw a picture of it up on the screen if anyone's interested in getting it. It's got, like I say, the Unrelenting Chain Reaction roll is a banger. Well, it is worth getting. So without letting the ball fall off the map, right, do this, rinse and repeat 3 more times, and then you're on to the boss. So onto the boss, and you can see I've taken the Cataclysmic off and I've thrown on the Adept Hothead Clone Cartridge Demo. I should have used this from the start because I think it would have been so much better against the Ogre. So in hindsight, that's what I'd do. Starting the encounter, you're going to get these 2 fallen guys come out. You want to kill these before you start going around and collecting the stuff. The sniper hits pretty hard, and the other one's just a pain in the arse, to be honest. I'd recommend, just because we're going for the solo flawless, just kill these. Every time you do a phase of DPS to the boss, when he goes immune, these will come out again. So I always go to the same part of the map, which you'll see in a minute. Just go there, take cover, and kill them before you do anything else. So I do pretty much the entire encounter from here. When the engrams drop, as you know, they explode after a certain time. So if you just leave the other sides, they'll explode and kill the enemies that are just hanging around on the other corners. Now, people will say the most efficient way to do it would be when you get them to drop, run round and grab all of the engrams. If you touch any of this water here, it's death. And I once, trying to do this before, literally the heel of my boot touched the water and I died. So, for the solo flawless, just stay here. Take it slow and easy. You need 60 engrams to get the boss DPS. So just once you've grabbed the cannon, just shoot it, stay here, just be safe. You will get fallen, keep dropping onto the platform from this same spot every time. They're not hard to deal with, a grenade, whatnot. You can drop the cannon as long as you activate the engrams dropping first, and just pick them up and get them. You can use your super, like if you wanted to drop your super here, you can, because you're going to be picking up 60. Every 10 would refresh your super. So literally just go backward and forward like this across this one platform. It'll be the same. If you feel confident enough to run around, do that. It's just that you do risk death more if you just don't stay here. So onto DPS we go. Just drop all your engrams. Get ready for him to become damageable. He will spawn at the steps, at the top of the stairs, just there in front of you. I hit him early with Witherhoard because I want him to take damage as soon as he can. And then it's literally just a case of me spamming Witherhoard, rockets and grenades at him. Keep in mind, these two fallen will spawn again. It's easier just to kill them, take your time and get them killed so that they don't cause you any bother in the long run. I've cut out me grabbing all the engrams. It's just a boring cycle of running backward and forward, grabbing 60 and dumping them, so I've just skipped on to the DPS phases. Like I say, just rinse and repeat however many times it's going to take you to kill him. And there you go, solo flawless clear. I know I've said this multiple times in the video, but I can't stress enough, if you just want to get it done, take your time, take it easy. There's no rush. The only limitation is your personal time and how long you have to invest in this. And that is that. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate everybody's time. If you have any questions regarding the build or anything like that, just drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you. Hopefully this video can help somebody to obtain their solo flawless. You do get a shader and an emblem. The emblem is for the solo flawless, and the shader comes from if you can go flawless, even if you're in a fire team. The shader isn't that good, but the emblem's alright. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you on the next one. See you soon.